Good afternoon, parents. Today we are going to talk about dramatic arts and what arts is and what art is in the classroom. As you can see from this picture, arts includes being creative, by painting, making videos, maybe playing music, and right here at the end, the S, that is for like a drama, a skit. I know you all may be familiar with like Romeo and Juliet. Those could include that sort of drama. Those are different genres of dramas. But today we are going to discuss a few questions about dramatic arts and different ways dramatic arts is being used inside of the classroom. The first question we're going to discuss is, what does dramatic arts mean? Dramatic arts is, performing on stage in front of other people. You're acting out in front of other people. Like I said, a lot of you are familiar with like Romeo and Juliet. That is where people act out a play, they act out a book, they act out different things in front of a crowd. Examples of dramatic arts in school could include a school play. I know when I was little, we had tons of school plays where you had to dress up as a reindeer or Santa Claus during Christmas time. But maybe back to school plays, summertime plays, different plays throughout the school year. Um, Maybe you're taking a drama class, where you're being a part of a play of your own. Maybe you're just painting and creating some type of art. Dramatic arts usually, it happens in real life. We'll talk a little bit later on about, historical events and maybe acting out those historical events. It happens in real life situations. Why are the dramatic arts important? Dramatic arts can include engaging activities for the mind. It provides those critical thinking activities for the children to, enhance their learning. And I have that down there at the bottom. The children are able to collaborate with other students. They're enhanced their communication skills. Maybe they were shy before, but the dramatic arts have them talking and being more, um, you know, friendly or having more friends. Um, it enhances their imagination. Maybe they were too maybe they weren't imaginative enough. Maybe they didn't have these great ideas, and now that they are doing skits and plays and creating new art pieces and maybe playing an instrument or creating new, creating music or whatever it might be, they are enhancing their learning skills for those types of things. And their communication skills, they have to talk back and forth to all the different students that are in the dramatic arts club or even inside the classroom. There's many of things that you can do inside the classroom that includes the dramatic arts. Um, so all of these things are important for children to be all these things are important for children. Um, like I said, build confidence, communication skills, enhances the learning, enhances imagination, and their critical thinking. What do children learn from participating in dramatic arts? They learn life skills. Like I said, you might do plays um, that have real life situations. Learn creativity. They learn new ideas. They learn to never give up. Maybe that they are auditioning for Romeo in Romeo and Juliet. And they have to, really try and try and try that really get that part because they, don't want to give up. They have collaborative opportunities. They work together in pairs or in groups um, in the dramatic arts. What kinds of dramatic arts activities are you, the teacher, providing in the classroom? In my classroom, I had a writing story. I'm not sure if you're familiar with acquired traits, but the students were required to write a story about a time they acquired a trait, whether it was getting their ears pierced, getting, their hair dyed, maybe a rainbow color, getting a tattoo. Hopefully they don't have a tattoo, but maybe they had, one of the henna tattoos they wanted to tell about. They were to write the story, then they're going to share it to the class. Acting out different stories. In history, we learn about different historical events or different historic people in history and why they are important. They may act out, the Civil War back. They may act it out. They may dress in different attire to be able to get a better understanding of the war. They may pick out characters out of the book that we're reading for the week. They may dress in character for the day. They may come in and act out a scene out of the book. It enhances the communication skills in the classroom. Another example of using it in the classroom, they can create an animal. I teach history, science class, and it's important for them to be able to create an animal, and you might include the habitat that they're using. Create an animal includes, and you might have a scavenger hunt in the classroom. I apologize about that. Students might have scavenger hunts in the class. Potato head activity. The students were required to create a potato head activity and use the acquired traits that they have learned about to create the potato head. Maybe he doesn't have a mustache. Maybe he has earrings. Maybe he has, all these different types of traits. This, enhances their learning inside the classroom. Different STEM activities inside the classroom. This right here is a, marshmallow and spaghetti noodle activity. They were required to, had a certain amount of marshmallows and a certain amount of spaghetti noodles, and they had to make it stand for a certain amount of time. Different STEM activities in a science classroom. And I talked about this earlier, creating different animals and different habitats of the animals. How do the dramatic arts relate to the standards of learning that children must meet? Children use art to learn skills in math, ELA, science, and history. They have hands-on experiences. They sing, they dance, like math skills. They learn multiplication tables by singing. They may learn different ELA standards or objectives by singing and dancing. Painting is the main thing. In science, they may paint labels of a plant, or external and internal structures of animals. Skits, learning historical events, and different people, as mentioned earlier. Movement, vocabulary. You give students a vocabulary word or a like an adjective, and they are required to make movements about those things. Maybe it's flying or jumping or running. Just a second. Students can also play charades in a classroom. Charades is very important with communication skills and, being able to communicate back and forth inside the classroom. What are some activities parents can do at home to add to their children's dramatic art experiences? Playing pretend. Who are their favorite characters? Maybe they have favorite superhero characters. Act it out. My son loves to run around the house like he's Flash. Having a play at home. Maybe they're, pick out their favorite book or their favorite movie and have them act it out. Letting your children play doctor, teacher or firefighter, or a police officer. Letting them draw and paint. Maybe let them create a racetrack. Those are all, dramatic arts. Let them tell you a bedtime story instead of you telling them. They have to create that, that story. They have to create it and make it up. Let the children play dress up. Maybe, you have a corner in your house of, old clothes and hats and glasses and things like that. Maybe they want to dress up as somebody else. See, in this house, they had a dress up corner. You see a firefighter, a dragon. Right here, they're playing doctor. Over here, the person has built a racetrack. And down here, instead of reading a book, let them tell you a story of, whatever creative things they can come out with on top of their head. This is a overview of, dramatic arts inside of a classroom. And I want to apologize for my kids. But this is the overview of dramatic arts inside of a classroom. And I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much.